everyone, my name is Alex. Welcome to my channel, The Endless Shelf. Today I'm bringing you another Top 5 Wednesday. Top 5 Wednesday is a weekly series created by Lainey over at Ginger Reads Lainey, and I will leave a link to her channel and the Goodreads group in the description box down below so you can go check it out and think about joining in on this wonderful topic yourself. This week's topic is books that feature time travel. I had a lot of fun choosing books for this topic because I was able to recall a lot of books that I read from earlier in my life that are still great books and worthy of a read. So let's get right into it. Coming in at number 5 is The Named series by Marianne Curley. This is a series that follows Ethan, who is a guardian of the Named. The Named are a group of people who have been chosen to travel through time to prevent the Order of Chaos from altering history and gaining power in the present or the future. The logistics for this story are kind of fuzzy for me because at this point I read this book about 10 years ago. I just remember snippets that there are paranormal creatures and it was very exciting. I could not stop thinking about the book after I had read it. There are 3 in the series. I believe I only read the first 2 because I was waiting for the 3rd book to come out, and by the time it came out I just had kind of forgotten about it, but it's definitely an interesting time travel book. The 4th book on this list is Dissonance by Erica O'Rourke. This is a book that kind of skirts the edges of time travel and deals more with parallel universes. Basically what this story is that every time someone makes a choice, a parallel universe is created called an echo. And in that universe, you have an alternate version of yourself, and they are taking the path that you did not. This story follows Dell, who comes from a family of walkers who train to travel between these universes to keep harmony. She is the rebellious teen, and in her unsanctioned travels between the universes, she comes to pick up on a conspiracy. The only faults that I found with this book, it was quite lengthy and there was a lot of science to it, which was also at the same time pretty interesting. So once you can get past that, this is a really interesting time travel story. It is definitely a series that I need to get around to continuing. Third on this list is Both Sides of Time, or the Time Travelers series by Caroline B. Cooney. This story follows Annie Lockwood, who is a hopeless romantic living in the 90s, and she ends up being transported back to the year 1895 and falling in love with a high society guy named Strat. Annie has always felt like she didn't really belong in the century that she is currently living in, so when she finds herself in this time, she just revels in it, and of course, being that she falls in love, she has to decide whether she would like to return to her time or remain in the past. My friend was bored in our English class during the 6th grade and decided to just pick off one of the books on the bookshelf, and it happened to be this one. She read it in like a day and told me that I needed to read it. So I did, and I remembered loving the series. I only read 3 out of the 4 books, but just remembered being drawn into the romance of it and the idea of time travel and the thought that you may not actually fit in the century that you were born in. Second on this list is My Name is Memory by Anne Brashares. This is a book that I thoroughly enjoyed while reading it. It follows Daniel, who spends centuries falling in love with the same girl, Sophia, and their destiny is the same each time, and they're fated to be tragically torn apart. He is able to recall his past lives, and throughout the book we learn their love story from lives past and present, and they have to figure out what exactly is tearing them apart each time and see if they can alter history and actually remain together. The way this book left off was so heart-wrenching, and I was hoping that there was going to be another book, but sadly she has never written another one. I had spoken with another booktuber about this, and we just hope that Anne decides to change her mind and write a sequel to this book. And finally, coming in at number 1 is the Firebird Trilogy. Other than winning the award for possibly the most beautiful covers of all time, is a very action-packed time travel series. It follows Marguerite Kane, who is the daughter of two physicists who have developed a device called the Firebird, which allows you to travel by consciousness to parallel universes. At the start of the first book, her father has been murdered by one of his grad student assistants, and hoping to escape jail time, jumps into another universe, and Marguerite jumps into the universe after him, hoping to seek vengeance. This story has a wonderfully realistic romance. It has a lot of action, conspiracy, and really cool time travel elements. You find yourself in a lot of different places. It makes you question fate and the possibility of other realities. So that's it for this Top 5 Wednesday. These are all books that I would definitely recommend if you're interested in time travel. Time travel is definitely a theme that interests me, so please let me know your favorite time travel book in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!